Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good dawn, hunters. I've slept long enough through my flu, and today I wanted to share with you a rendition of a meme build going around on Monster Hunter called the Clutch Claw HBG. It's really fun. It's really consistent DPS too for like not that much work, but it does require a little bit of knowledge, and I'll go over that in a second. Now, for those unaware, this build is literally a clutch claw attack only build where you take advantage of the heavy bowgun snipe claw attack, which is like a one-off hit, and mix in some elements of greatsword crit draw and mix in some real cool like aerial funsies, and you get one of the like sexiest, funnest ways to fight in this game that totally was not expected, or I don't even know if it was planned out, but hey, I'm down with it. Now I'm going to cover the main build, some ideas for variants depending on your deco horde or lack thereof, and finish off with some tips, ideas, and tricks for waking up with some double damage. So please, sit back, relax, let's get to it. Starting off, we have our main weapon, Safi's Rapid Cannon with 4 attack awakenings and 1 Volcana Divinity for a 4-piece armor set bonus. You can augment for either attack for the deeps or health augment for comfort, depends on what you want to do. I personally prefer health augment because I'm just the best player ever. I've customized this HBG with 4 close range mods because for once I don't need a shield, and 1 wavering snipe mod for reasons I'll get to later. For our level 4 deco, we're sporting a sexy draw maintenance jewel, and if you don't have one of these, I'll cover a poverty set later on. Now moving on to the armor, we have the Rimeguard Helm Alpha with the Medicine Jewel and Crit Boost Jewel, the Buff Chest Alpha with 2 attack jewels and 1 Medicine Jewel, the Ruinous Guard Coil Alpha with the Crit Jewel and Sheath Jewel, and the Rimeguard Greaves Alpha with 2 Sheath Jewels. I'm mostly sticking with the Rimeguard Alpha set because it has built-in Coalescence, which is a great skill to have for this build, and I don't have any Coalescence jewels. I'm one of those people, so bear with me. Anyway, to finish her off, we have the Fury Charm 4 for 4 levels of resentment. Overall, this loadout's going to give you Agitator 5, Attack Boost 4, Resentment 4, Crit Boost 3, Crit Draw 3, Quick Sheath 3, Divine Blessing 3, Coalescence 3, Recovery up 2, Fortify, Flinch Free 1, and Tool Specialist. This is all going to be wrapped up in Volcana's 4-piece Frostcraft skill, which is awesome, and I'll get to in a second. This full layout will give you more than enough raw attack awesomeness to cave in the faces of most monsters while having just enough cush to save your ass from death like 50% of the time. Long story short, this is for the high risk, high reward adrenaline junkies out there who run danger and like to take hits to the chest. Now my second version of this combines with Volcana set bonus and the Barrioth 2-piece bonus. Replace the chest for the Barrioth Male Beta and the arms for the Barrioth Van Braces Beta. We also change out a few jewels. We now have a KO jewel in the Rimeguard Helm and a KO maintenance jewel with an extra maintenance jewel in the Barrioth Male. You can finish this build off with either the Unscathed Charm or the Fee Charm. It depends on if you either find yourself taking more hits or if you find yourself often having full HP. Now this version is meant for party players, support DPS and CC. Tool Specialist level 3 and Slugger 2 combine really well with the Impact Mantle to take advantage of the Barrioth set bonus. The 2-piece Barrioth set bonus gives Punishing Draw, which makes your draw attacks a bit stronger while giving them a stun stagger ability. You can knock most flyers out the sky with a good heck knock and stagger monsters much more regularly for your friends to gangbang on. While it has overall less DPS than the first build, it does sport a double set bonus swag that I think a lot of you guys will like. This next version, in my opinion, is the best of both DPS and safety. Replace the chest for the Golden Loon Male Beta and the arms for the Golden Loon Braces Beta. We're also putting in Vitality Jewels in place of the KO Jewels from before for maximum anti-shenanigans. This version of the build rocks a solid level 5 Resentment, level 5 Divine Blessing, level 3 Health Boost, level 3 Crit Boost, level 3 Crit Draw, level 3 Quick Sheath, level 3 Tool Specialist, level 3 Coalescence, 1 level of Tremor Resist, and 1 level of Flinch Free. This is my favorite version of this meme that allows you to both learn the monster's patterns comfortably and stay relatively safe. Unlike the previous build, I opted for health boost over recovery up for cushiness. To explain real quick, either is fine. Recovery up is going to give you more health back when you use your health augment and hit a monster, while HP boost, kind of self-explanatory, just gives you more maximum HP. Since Divine Blessing 5 almost encourages taking hits, I decided that I might as well max out how many hits I can take, but again, the final decision is up to you. Now finally, we have the low rarity deco set for those who like higher end decos or just decos in general. Using the same Volcana and Goldwrath armor, you replace the jewels like so. This uses the Expert level 4 jewel from story mode, a few level 1 Vitality, Expert, Sheath, and Protection jewels, and finally 1 critical boost jewel. If you don't have a crit boost jewel, it's not a huge deal. It's like just a few % of damage. Don't worry about it. The crit eye on this build will make up for the lack of a draw jewel to cap out your affinity on draw attacks, while the armor and charms do most of the heavy lifting skill wise. Now playstyle wise, you want to focus on learning the monster's patterns and openings. While monsters like Volcana tend to leave their face out just to be beaten, many others you have to be a little more creative with. And that's why if you look up, Claw Attack or Clawzuka, etc., you're going to see a lot of Volcana because Volcana is extremely successful to this build. Take Silver Wrath Blows for a second. You touch his face and he'd literally freak out, but his wings are open, his tail he basically forgets about. Another example is everyone's favorite breakdancing canine Zenogre. As long as he isn't charging or ground pounding, his face is pretty safe. Attack his paws and tail as well to knock him over and knock him out of his charge state. Get creative with it, but the idea is you have to learn the monster's patterns, so don't expect to just jump into this build and start face rolling everything. It's going to take some time. Also, be sure to note which clutch spots work best. The spot on the monster and the monster type and tier is going to seriously and heavily affect your damage. You don't want to always expect to do 800 to 1000 damage on everything. Some monsters you're only going to hit for 600, 700, sometimes 400 to 600 damage. Play around with it and find which spots work best. As for choice of skills and charms, I went mostly with the Fury charm because I often found myself with red health when using the Rocksteady and Temporal Mantles. These two mantles make this build feel extremely easy and comfortable at times, and you're going to have times where you can just back to back clutch because you don't have to worry about losing health or dying or any of that. This is where the health augment shines because let's say you do take a fat hit while you're clutching, you're not going to get knocked off because you're using the Temporal Mantle or the Rocksteady Mantle, and you're going to get that HP back almost immediately with the health augment. And that's also where Recovery Up shines because you're going to get back 30% more with Recovery Up 3. Now for those looking for variety, instead of an offensive charm, you can use earplugs so you don't deal with being roared off during a clutch and can even take advantage of those few seconds the monster's just sitting there yelling at you looking stupid. You can even use the friendship charm to turn yourself into a support CC hunter since you'll have your hands free for 90% of the time. Now finally, I wanted to get to the Wyvern Snipe mod. The Wyvern Snipe mod makes your Wyvern Snipe a one-off high-powered sticky shell that detonates after a few moments. This does no damage when you fire it and does damage based off, if not just a bit lower than, your claw attack. This can be used to do a double damage wake up attack that will far exceed 1000, sometimes 15 to 1600 damage, maybe even more. Use this to bring a swift end to those elder fights that come all the way down to the kill. And that's it, y'all. I hope it was helpful and fun. I really want to show off my Safi rendition of the Clutch Claw meme build, and I hope you guys have as much fun with it as I have. If you have any questions, concerns, even improvements, share them down below in the comments. Love, peace, and elevate your hunts, y'all. Late.